The New Machiavelli. Book the Third. The Heart of Politics, by Herbert George Wells. Narrated by Peter Silverleaf. Chapter the First. The Riddle for the Statesman. 1. I have been planning and replanning, writing and rewriting this next portion of my book for many days. I perceive I must leave it raw-edged and ill-joined. I have learnt something of the impossibility of history. For all I have had to tell is the story of one man's convictions and aims and how they reacted upon his life, and I find it too subtle and involved and intricate for the doing. I find it taxes all my powers to convey even the main forms and forces in that development. It is like looking through moving media of changing hue and variable refraction at something vitally unstable. Broad theories and generalizations are mingled with personal influences, with prevalent prejudices, and not only colored but altered by phases of hopefulness and moods of depression. The web is made up of the most diverse elements, beyond treatment multitudinous. For a week or so I desisted altogether, and walked over the mountains and returned to sit through the warm, soft mornings among the shaded rocks above this little perched-up house of ours, discussing my difficulties with Isabel and I think, on the whole, complicating them further in the effort to simplify them to manageable and stateable elements. Let me nevertheless attempt a rough preliminary analysis of this confused process. A main strand is quite easily traceable. This main strand is the story of my obvious life, my life as it must have looked to most of my acquaintances. It presents you with a young couple, bright, hopeful, and energetic, starting out under Altiorda's auspices to make a career. You figure us well-dressed and active, running about in motor cars, visiting in great people's houses, dining amidst brilliant companies, going to the theatre, meeting in the lobby. Margaret wore hundreds of beautiful dresses. We must have had an air of succeeding meritoriously during that time. We did very continually and faithfully serve our joint career. I thought about it a great deal, and did and refrained from doing 10,000 things for the sake of it. I kept up a solicitude for it, as it were by inertia, long after things had happened and changes occurred in me that rendered its completion impossible.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?